Hi, this is CorellianQueen. I'm making my first video. This is my video response to the blog post that I just recently found with a list that identifies whether a man is a rape supporter. I would like to counter with my own list of when a woman is a rape supporter. That would be has ever sexually engaged with any man while he was underage, drunk, high, physically restrained, unconscious, or subjected to psychological, physical, economic, or emotional coercion. She defends the current legal definition of rape and/or opposes making consent a defense. Has accused the rape victim of buyer's remorse or wanting money from the woman. Has blamed a man for putting himself in a situation where he could be attacked. She has procured a prostitute or gigolo. She has gone to a strip club. She has seen male underwear ads, billboards, or commercials featuring men wearing underwear. She has watched music videos showing scantily clad men. She characterizes prostitution or escort services as a legitimate job choice or defends women who purchase these services. She has ever conceived of sex as fundamentally transactional. She is anti-abortion. She is pro-choice for any reason other than medical necessity, since she could be using abortion as a form of birth control to abort the babies or baby that could potentially have been conceived from a man she raped. She believes that pornography or any pictures of men without a shirt on or only partially on, or has their pants unbuttoned, or any other sexually suggestive picture of a man can be discussed in terms of freedom of speech. She watches pornography in which men are depicted. She watches any porn which sex acts are depicted as a struggle for power or domination, regardless of whether men are present. She characterizes the self-sexualizing behavior of some men, such as wearing aftershave, cologne, hair gel, having their nails trimmed or filed, etc., as evidence of a man's desire to get a woman. She tells jokes or laughs at jokes of men being attacked, sexually hoodwinked, sexually harassed, or put in a situation where a woman has any kind of power over him. She expresses enjoyment of movies, musicals, TV shows, or plays in which men are sexually demeaned or presented as sexual objects. She belittles or mocks men who complain about sex attacks, sex harassment, catcalls, media depictions of men, or other forms of sexual objectification. She believes men want women to be more sexually liberated so they can get more sex, instead of sexually equal enough to drop the sexual stereotypes. She argues that any or all men oppress any or all women in religions or cultures that they don't understand or are familiar with. She ever subordinates the interests of men in a given population to the interests of women in that population, or proceeds in discussions as if the interests of the men are the same as the interests of the woman. She promotes religions or philosophical views in which a man's physical, psychological, emotional, or sexual well-being is subordinate to a woman's. Yes, these religions do exist. She describes the male anatomy in terms of procreation or uses terms referring to the supposed pointiness of male anatomy. She has ever referred to a man as thinking with his other head or brain. She defends the physical abuse of men on the grounds of consent or because he showed a physical response, which is usually instinctual or unconscious. She defends the sexualization or sexual abuse of minor males on the grounds of consent or willingness. She has ever done anything that can be termed as being a twilight mom, because let's face it, those mom-aged women who are Edward Cullen actor fans are scary. She promotes the idea that men as a class are or would be happier if they could watch sports and drink beer every weekend. She argues that people, or just women, can never feel a need to have sex. She discusses the types of men she finds sexually appealing and or attempts to demean them by telling them she does not find them sexually appealing. She sexually objectifies homosexual men or their sexual activities or their stereotypical activities. She defends any or all of these actions by saying that men do it too. Thank you for listening to my revised list that can show that women are just as capable of rape as men. I will be attempting to include a link to the National Center for Victims of Crime website, which shows a lot of very horrible statistics of male rape victims, which are quite scary. Sorry for the poor quality of the video. This is my first attempt at making a YouTube video, so thanks for listening.